But imagine with Firestone and his
My phone says
whole bunch.
I got one.
59.
I bet. Yeah, you got one bill?
I got one.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But
he's okay now. Wow,
oh yeah. Other than this,
That's really lucky.
Yeah. But he shoots guns a lot, so you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Couldn't differentiate between those.
This was the hold your phone. They didn't have a lockout or anything.
It's the only way to play. I thought that was a bottle of slash.
Ready?
Good evening. I call a meeting to order for Common Council Tuesday, February 24th.
He's ready to
Please
go.
stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Elliott, lead us, please.
Yes, sir.
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Boyce,
Present?
Mr. Elliott,
Present.
Mr. Johnson,
Present.
Mr. Peterson,
Here.
Mr. Schwartz,
Present.
Mr. Smith,
Present.
Mr. Thurston,
Present.
Ms. Wiles,
Present.
Mr. Davis.
Present.
Mr. President, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from our February 10th, 2026 meeting?
So moved.
Second?
It has been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. This is a hand vote. All in favor, raise your right hand. 9 ayes. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Mr. President, I move that we amend the agenda to add miscellaneous number 2, council to consider an appointment to the audit committee.
Thank you. This is a hand vote. All in
Oh,
favor?
second.
Oops, yep, gotta get a second. Sorry about that.
That was close.
This is a hand vote. All in favor, raise your right hand. 9 ayes.
Mr. President, I move that we approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
This has been moved and seconded. To amend the agenda, this is a hand vote. All in favor, raise your right hand. 9 ayes. Petitions or comments by citizens who are present. I do not have any, but if anybody has anything to say,
I have a question. I haven't been downtown lately, and I'm a court watcher, and I go to the
Excuse
court.
me, can you give your name and address,
Oh, I'm Nancy
please?
Gerald.
Thank you.
I actually live a half a mile south of you guys, but my son teaches in Noblesville, and my kids are here, so I'm here. From the parking garage by the fire station, can I walk easily to the courthouse?
Yep.
Are there no okay.
Yeah, I mean, actually, the Levinson parking garage will exit you right into the alleyway, which gets you right to the courthouse
Right.
square. You can park up to 4 hours for free.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Yep, but you'll be able to navigate
I
right
didn't
to
know
the
if the
courthouse.
streets were,
Yep, that side, that was so 2 years ago.
I remember that, I remember that.
Yes, so you have no problem on that side of the square, so
Cool.
thank you for
When
the
the weather
question.
breaks and I can get back to court.
Yes, appreciate you asking the question.
thank you. Mayor's comments.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. Thanks for that question. That's helpful as we go through this 45-day closure of 8th and Logan as we embark on Embrace Downtown. I just appreciate the grace the public has given mostly to, as we get through that. Anytime you close an intersection, certainly in a bustling downtown that has seen exponential growth in foot traffic, which is all great things. But anytime you have a closure like that, there's going to be some pain points. And obviously, a week and a half ago, 8th and Logan closed. I will note that those businesses there just adjacent to the intersections are all open, and I would encourage you to visit them. I would not encourage you to try to cut through Erica's parking lot. You will be met by some of our finest public servants. Money you can purchase here. Noblesville Police Department, along with our friends at Hamilton County Sheriff, are helping us monitor that. But that is a 45-day closure as we work to get some utilities relocated for that Embrace Downtown project. So a very timely question. One thing I will leave you with quickly, I appreciate so much the partnership that we have between the mayor's office and the city council. That really shone through the last several days as we've all been monitoring our partners in policy down at the State House as they wrap up, hopefully not soon enough, this week, their work. One of the biggest initiatives that they have taken on is something that we have discussed in Noblesville for probably the better part of a decade, and that's housing. And I appreciate leadership's attention on housing in our state. This is not an Indiana problem. This is a nationwide housing issue. Councilor Elliott probably could speak to it much better than I could as a realtor. But we're about 40 to 50 million units short across the country when it comes to housing stock. Here in Indiana, that number is closer to about 50,000 units shy of what we need for capacity. It's a supply and demand issue. It's a cost of utility issue. It's a land cost issue. It's a very complicated issue. And our friends at the State House have tried to work within certain parameters to assist communities with coming up with alternative plans. The challenge with that is, yet again, a one-size-fit-all approach to this is just not going to be applicable for every community. There's been pushback that some communities don't work well with the building community. Well, that's completely unsubstantiated by facts here in Noblesville. In fact, since we took office as mayor, which lines up with some of you on city council, Mr. Boyce, this will go well beyond your time. But we have built, with your support and your guidance, over 5,962 single-family residential units here in our community in 6 years. I'd put that number up against most any community across the state. We continue to see a lot of interest in Noblesville as we continue to build. There's been folks that on the builder side that have felt that some communities aren't permitting in a timely enough way. I can tell you here in Noblesville, we've averaged about 13 days for a residential permit, 13 working days. That number has actually trended down as applications have trended up and staff levels have trended the same or down. We are oftentimes informed by our friends at 200 West Washington Street that we should do more with less. I think that's a pretty good statistic to Caleb Gutshaw and his team that we are doing that. So those have been all things that I have testified. Many of you have reached out to Senator Baldwin, Representative Schonkweiler, to help drive home that while we appreciate their focus on the issue, we have to understand the reasonableness within our community. In fact, House Bill 1001, which I'm proud to say has been massively overhauled because of our effort, was really going to take away taxpayer engagement in this conversation. It took away public hearings, and it really would lessen the voice of the people that we all represent. And I don't think that's an appropriate step when it comes to housing here in our community. So I just wanted to say, on behalf of my team and myself, thank you to you all. We all jointly signed a letter, which is in public record, to our legislators to let them know just some data-driven facts why we don't believe that piece of legislation really should be targeting Noblesville, and I think that they've heard, so I appreciate that. So happy to answer any questions, but just wanted to thank you again for your continued commitment to good policy and telling Noblesville's story and showing how we do it correctly. Any questions? Thank you all. I just want to make sure you didn't have the record for the shortest meeting either, so.
That's all right.
This all day long, Mike.
That's okay. That's no problem.
We were
Thank
told
you.
to not ask questions.
Also wanted to confirm during the Embrace project, in addition to getting in the courthouse, you can also get to all the businesses, and Mr. Davis can confirm Sid's is open as well.
Yeah. I have lunch in there on occasion. Council committee reports. Mr. Boyce, would you like to report on the Public Safety Committee?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. On February 11th, the Public Safety Committee met. Myself, Mr. Davis, Mr. Elliott, and Mr. Johnson were present. One of these members was 3 minutes late, but I won't say who it was, mainly because they're close enough they could slap me in the face if I say so.
My card access did not work, just for the record. I talked to IT, we're good now.
Had a very good meeting. We talked a lot about both the accreditation for the police department, and we did talk about the flock surveillance cameras, which I know have been brought up actually at this meeting in the past. I know that Mr. Thurston is going to be talking to, or already has talked to, Gabrielle Bradley, who was here, and I have emailed with him a couple times. We went through in pretty detail the flock cameras, and it was pretty much the consensus, I believe, that they are not voted on consensus, but the consensus that they are very good for our public safety and very good for the community. I think everybody really agreed and liked it a lot, and that with the accreditation process, we are deleting all of the information after, I believe it was like 3 weeks, so that nothing is staying for permanent, so we don't really need to worry about some of the problems that were brought up in this meeting. So overall, it was a really good meeting, talking a lot about and learning a lot about that. So I think all of us feel pretty comfortable that we can talk to the public now, informed that it is a good thing and a great thing for solving crime, which they gave us some examples of some crimes that were solved directly because of the flock cameras. So and the other thing we talked about was some safety rescues that were done by the fire department, which was fascinating on a lot of the things they're doing, which is just great to keep our citizens safe. So that's all I have, unless there's any questions of me, Mr. President.
Thank you. Any questions? Mr. Thurston, Finance Committee.
I was not there, so
Finance,
I'm going to
Oh, I'm sorry.
defer to Mr. Peterson.
it's all right, I'll do a better job.
There we go. Mr. Peters.
Finance Committee met
Better job than
on,
someone not there.
right, right. February 19th, we met at City Hall at 8:15 in the morning. Todd Thurston was not there, so Megan Wiles and I co-chaired the meeting. Aaron Smith was there but refused to also help us. The committee discussed the expired warrants, which are checks that have not been cashed in 2 years. I looked for my name and then lost interest in that part of the meeting. So I would suggest everyone check to see if you've got an expired check that you haven't cashed. The official budget report, Tom McDonald and his team have been working very hard on that. This is a comprehensive plan, fiscal policies, reserve balances, debt obligations, budget process, profile of the city, the logic that we go through to create our budget every year. This is a great tool. We've talked about it for a long time, and I appreciate your hard work on this going forward. It's going to help us work through the logic of how we do this, and it's hard to believe we're already into the 27 budget season. It was current council. We discussed other things on the agenda tonight. It was a very short meeting. We got a little preview for our March 15th meeting. We're going to continue to discuss the budget book, the interim financial report from Rev Entertainment, and the Community Foundation will have a presentation. And the claims come to you with a favorable recommendation. Anything to add, Co-Chair Wiles?
No, you did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Mr. President, make a
Yes.
motion to approve the claims.
Second?
It has been moved and seconded to approve the claims. This is a hand vote. All in favor, raise your right hand. 9-0. Claims are approved. Previously discussed ordinances. Council to consider ordinance number 11-02-26, an ordinance for an additional appropriation in the Food and Beverage Tax Fund and an appropriation reduction in the Downtown Development Fund, and establishing a public hearing. Mr. McDonald.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. I'm Tom McDonald, Deputy Financial Officer. This ordinance includes fiscally neutral appropriation adjustments that are needed due to a change in state law in the 2025 legislative session that involves how cities and counties budget from food and beverage tax revenues. Until recently, the city has been depositing this source of revenue in the Downtown Development Fund and the General Fund, but under the change in state law, local units now have to establish a separate and distinct food and beverage tax fund and appropriate that revenue from that fund. Back in December, council approved the establishment of that fund in city ordinance. And so this ordinance in front of you is to establish the budget authority to spend that revenue from the new fund. We discussed this or presented it to you at the February 10th council meeting. There haven't been any updates or new issues to speak of, but happy to answer any questions or go into more detail.
Thank you. Any questions?
Just a comment that this is not an additional appropriation, we are just transferring funds to different accounts. So the way that the wording that the state law makes us use makes it sound like we're spending more money, but we are not doing that. We are simply just moving it from one fund to the other.
That's exactly right, and we're not changing how the funding is
Right.
being used, just
Okay.
how it's budgeted.
All right, thank you, Tom. The public hearing for ordinance number 11-02-26 is open.
Mr. President, seeing no one from the public come forward, I would move to close the public hearing for ordinance number 11-2-26.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to close the public hearing for ordinance number 11-02-26. This is a hand vote. All in favor, raise your right hand. 9-0. Motion carries.
Mr. President, I would move to approve ordinance number 11-02-26.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to approve ordinance number 11-02-26. This is a roll call vote. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Boyce?
Aye.
Mr. Elliott?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Peterson?
Aye.
Mr. Schwartz?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Thurston?
Aye.
Ms. Wiles?
Aye.
Mr. Davis?
Aye.
9 ayes, 0 nay, the ordinance is approved.
On the miscellaneous, council to receive the annual report of expired warrants pursuant to IC 5-11-10.5 for the fiscal year ending December 31, 2025. Caitlin.
Good evening, Caitlin Kestner, Deputy Controller. To confirm, none of you are on the list as having outstanding checks. Before you is a report of all of the checks that are over 2 years of age that have been determined to be written off. City departments have reached out to each of the payees, and the payee either responded that we did not owe them any money, or we were unable to get in contact. Some of them have since gone out of business, for example. Any individual or vendor on this list may contact the controller's office at any point and request that their check be reissued. This is just essentially an accounting measure that we do. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Do we have a dollar amount? What the total of those,
Yes, but not off of the top of not off the top of my head though. I can get that to you.
It changed curiosity. It changed a little bit because of the way we do our health insurance now too. There were some 2-cent and 3-cent checks. So
Yes, yes.
it was a longer list this year, but the dollar amount was in keeping with what we've had in the past.
If that's something you could share with finance, that'd be great.
Yes, and I can also add a total row to the report. I think we have it totaled by fund, but not total overall. So I can get that added.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Council to consider an appointment to the Audit Committee. Ms. Lees.
Thank you, Mr. President. The council had an appointment to the audit committee this year. It needed to be a former or current member of the redevelopment commission. Jack Martin, who has been on the redevelopment commission since time immemorial, and serves as president, has agreed to serve as the appointee to the audit committee if you agree to appoint him.
Thank you. Any questions?
Mr. President, I would move that we appoint Jack Martin to the audit committee.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to appoint Jack Martin to the Audit Committee. This is a hand vote. All in favor, raise your right hand. 9 ayes. Motion carries.
Can I make a comment about the audit? Does that give us a quorum now? We stagger the, okay, so we're gonna meet this year? Great. That's it.
Any other council comments?
Only one, Mr. President.
Yes.
Had the pleasure of attending, and I believe the mayor, and I don't know, I didn't see anyone else, that the police versus fire, the Battle of the Chiefs, I think, at the arena, the police versus fire department basketball game was great fun for the fire department. Not so much fun for the police department, but perhaps we can include as a line item a basketball goal at the new police station. A little practice would go a long way, I think. Guys.
Wow.
Just saying, just saying.
And we wonder how Mr. Johnson got arrested on the way home.
I don't wonder at all. No, but it was great fun, and it's good to see the camaraderie between the two departments. Indeed showing that we do indeed have a very strong and robust and public safety team in the city, and that serves us all very, very well each and every day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President?
Yes.
I would just like to discuss a little bit about Saturday. I had the pleasure of emceeing the Prevail Bowl-a-thon, which is held every year, city versus the county. As many of you know, Prevail is celebrating its 40th year serving the Hamilton County community. And so the annual Bowl-a-thon is always a big
fundraiser and nice event, pits the city versus the county of bowling. Unfortunately, the city lost this year for the first time in 4 years, so let this serve to all city employees that if you are a good bowler, we'll be looking for you for next year to help fill some teams and see if we can't get the trophy back in there in Head's office where he likes to have it, so.
Mr. Mayor, have you been working our city employees too hard, not letting them bowl? And that's
Really, Mr. Boyce, it was about trying to just pad the county's ego a little bit.
Okay.
You gotta give them a win
Once every
occasionally.
4 is not bad.
Exactly what I said. You know, every once in a while, they're gonna quit.
There you go. All right.
But overall, a lot of money was raised for a great community asset and lots of fun. They always put a good theme to it. If you haven't been to it, I would encourage you to look for that on your calendar for next year.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other comments?
I, for whatever reason, brought the Finance Committee agenda with me to this meeting, for whatever reason. And the expired warrants were a little, around $4,500 for non-healthcare related, and for healthcare was $3,160.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, not a lot. Right.
You're off
There
the
you go,
hook.
cross that off your list.
Cross that off, yeah. Okay, anything else? Thank you. We're adjourned.